Right friends, welcome back to third session of this question and answer in banking awareness. The first question here is base rate was introduced from, the answer here is 1st July 2010. I would like to tell a little bit history with regard to the base rate. Previously from the year 2003, benchmark prime lending rate was in operation. Benchmark prime lending rate. It was started in the year 2003, but subsequently it was felt that it was not transparent. Deepak Mohanty committee was nominated to look into the problems pertaining to benchmark prime lending rate, and based on Deepak Mohanty committee recommendations, base rate came into existence from 1st July 2010. Base rate came into existence replacing benchmark prime lending rate from 1st July 2010. Here base rate is the rate banks has to fix. The asset liability management committee of the banks will decide the base rate, and banks should not give loans to any customer below base rate except some exempted categories. Base rate, the importance of base rate is to be fixed by asset liability management committee of banks, and banks should not give loans to any customer below base rate except some exempted categories. Right friends, look into the next question. Finance provided by the banks to dealers or vendors against the invoice raised by the corporates is. All of us are well aware, Maruti factory is there in Manesar in Haryana near Delhi. It manufactures cars at Manesar factory. Let us assume that the dealer is situated in Bhopal. Let us name the dealer as the Varun Motors, Bhopal. Maruti factory at Manesar will send the cars to their dealer at Bhopal. Let us assume Manesar factory sent 1000 cars to dealer in Bhopal. It will take some time for the dealer to sell those cars. By sending 1000 cars, Maruti factory at Manesar will raise invoice. That means stating that I have sent 1000 cars to Bhopal. Against that invoice, banks will give loan to the dealer at Bhopal. That is called channel finance. Maruti factory at Manesar sent 1000 cars to dealer in Bhopal. Manesar factory will raise invoice. Against that invoice, which states that 1000 cars were sent to Bhopal, the dealer at Bhopal will get finance from bank. That is called channel finance. So, finance provided by the banks to dealers or vendors against the invoice raised by the corporates is channel finance. Please don't forget. Look into the next question, SFMS. SFMS is a structured financial messaging system. SFMS is a structured financial messaging system developed by IDRBT in the year 2001. What is IDRBT? Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology, that is IDRBT. IDRBT is situated in Hyderabad. It is established by Reserve Bank of India. It developed this network SFMS, a structured financial messaging system, in the year 2001. What is SFMS? SFMS is the standard messaging system between intra-bank and interbank communications. What is intra-bank? If SBI Chennai wants to communicate with SBI Lucknow, that is intra-bank. SBI Chennai wants to communicate with SBI Lucknow, that is intra-bank. If ICICI Bank Chennai wants to communicate with the State Bank of India Delhi, it is interbank. Intra-bank is between the same banks. Interbank is between various banks. So, there is a standard communication developed by IDRBT, and this was developed in the year 2001. So, this is the standard protocol for interbank and intra-bank messages within the country. SFMS is within the country, SWIFT is for international messages. SWIFT is headquartered in Belgium, it is for international messages, and SFMS is for within the country. Please don't forget. Look into the next one. Which of the following services relate to execution of transactions directly with consumers rather than corporates or companies? Right? I would like to explain. You know about various loans, personal loans, house loans, mortgage loans, credit cards. These pertains to individual customers. These comes under retail banking services. If the bank is giving 500 crores loans to some company, it comes under wholesale banking or corporate banking. If the bank is giving 500 crores loan to some company, it comes under corporate banking or wholesale banking. But if bank is giving loans to individual customers, personal loans, credit cards, house loans, education loans, this comes under retail banking services. The answer here is retail banking services. Please look into the next one. The maximum compensation which can be granted by the Ombudsman for deficiency of service in banking is, we have already discussed in the first question and answer session, Ombudsman can give award up to rupees 10 lakhs for deficiency of service in banking, but if the deficiency pertains to credit cards, he can award up to maximum 1 lakh only. Look into the next one. Swavalamban is associated with pension. Swavalamban scheme is the pension scheme for unorganized sector employees, with the intention of bringing unorganized sector employees into the mainstream of pension. This scheme was started from the year 2010-11. Government used to contribute up to a maximum of rupees 1000. This is Swavalamban brought in the year 2010-11. This scheme will continue, but government came up with the new scheme, Atal Pension Yojana now. We have already discussed in policies and programs about Atal Pension Yojana, and this Swavalamban was brought in the year 2010-11. This is pension for unorganized sector employees. Right friends? Look into the next one. Minimum period of certificate of deposits if issued by banks. We have already discussed certificate of deposits. Or for short term loans, if bank wants some loan for short term, for 6 months, for 4 months, they issue certificate of deposit, collect money from public. The certificate of deposit, this scheme was introduced in the year 1989. The minimum period is 7 days, the maximum period is 1 year if they are issued by banks. If they are issued by financial institutions, the minimum period is 1 year, the maximum period is 3 years. Please don't forget. Look into the next question. Minimum denomination for issue of commercial paper. We have discussed about certificate of deposits. The term is now commercial paper. Commercial paper is taking loans for short term by corporates, companies. If they are in need of money for longer duration, they go to the bank to take loan. But if they are in need of money for shorter duration, maybe for 4 months, maybe for 6 months, they borrow money from market. by issuing commercial paper. Certificate of deposit is issued by banks and financial institutions for taking loans for short term, whereas companies issue commercial paper to take loan for short term. Here the maximum tenure is 1 year. All the corporates cannot issue commercial paper. Only A2 grade corporates can issue commercial paper. Only A2 grade corporates can issue commercial paper. The minimum amount which they can access by issuing commercial paper is rupees 5 lakhs. Please don't forget. This was started in the year 1990. Certificate of deposit scheme was started in the year 1989. Commercial paper was started in the year 1990. Here, corporates borrow from market for shorter duration by issuing commercial paper. Right friends, look into the next issue, logo of RBI. Please don't forget, RBI logo consists of a palm tree as well as a tiger. Palm tree as well as tiger. Please don't forget. Next question, you have an account and if your bank goes into liquidation, liquidation means the bank is going to be closed. It is into losses. If your bank goes into liquidation, you will get a maximum amount of rupees 1 lakh. Each and every customer with bank, if he holds current account or savings account or fixed deposit account, he is insured up to a maximum amount of rupees 1 lakh by Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation. Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation insures each and every bank account for a maximum value of rupees 1 lakh. Please don't forget, DICGC is the wholly owned subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India. Please don't forget. Look into the next one. DICGC should pay within 60 days after receiving the claims list from the liquidator. Your bank has gone into liquidation. It is going to be closed. And after receiving the list of the depositors from the official liquidator, DICGC has to pay you maximum amount of rupees 1 lakh within 60 days. Please don't forget, the maximum amount is rupees 1 lakh and you have to get the payment within 60 days. Next question, which of the following does not come under biometric information? Biometric concerning person. Your voice is biometric. Your iris abstract, that is biometric. Your fingerprints, that is biometric. But not your address. Your address is not biometric information. Please look into the next one, Infinet. Infinet is the Indian financial network. It is the backbone network developed for Indian banking and financial sector. It is the backbone of the communication network. It is the backbone developed for Indian banking and financial sector. Right? Next, please look into the next one. Walmart belongs to, we have already discussed, Walmart belongs to United States of America, Metro belongs to Germany, Carrefour France, Tesco United Kingdom. Please look into the next question, which of the following is incorrect. I would like to explain. IGRC, Investor Grievance Redressal Council. Investor Grievance Redressal Council. This is maintained by SEBI. You are investing in stock market. You are investing in shares in some stock market and you have some problem. You can approach SEBI. SEBI has got a separate IGRC, Investor Grievance Redressal Council. Banking sector has got an ombudsman to look into your grievances. Similarly, SEBI has got Investor Grievance Redressal Council, and if you have any grievance, you can approach IGRC in capital market. That means when you are investing in shares, you can approach IGRC. IGRC is maintained by SEBI. We have already discussed CGTMSE, Collateral Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. That gives collateral security for small businesses. small businessmen will get loan, and for that loan CGTMSE will give collateral security. That is maintained by SIDBI. SIDBI is headquartered in Lucknow. DEF, all the inoperative accounts for 10 years or more will go to DEF. DEF is Depositors Education and Awareness Fund, we have already discussed, and this is maintained by Reserve Bank of India. All the given 3 sentences are correct, so incorrect sentence is not there here. So the answer is the 5th option. Right friends, look into the next one. Garnishee order is issued as per Civil Procedure Code. What is garnishee order? Look into this. X has taken money from Y. X has taken 5 lakhs of rupees from Y, but he is not paying Y. But X has got 5 lakhs with the State Bank of India. X has got 5 lakhs of rupees with the State Bank of India. X is not paying Y. Then Y can go to court and court can issue garnishee order to State Bank of India to stop paying payments to X. Garnishee order is the order issued by the court to the bank not to pay the amount to the depositor or customer. Garnishee order, please don't forget. X taken money from Y, but he is not paying back. But X has got money with SBI. Y came to know about it. Y approached court. Court will issue garnishee order to the bank to stop payment to X. Right? I hope it is clear to you. Look into the next one. When government acts as the entrepreneur, it is known as public sector. When government is the entrepreneur, public sector, NTPC, government share is more than 51%, BHEL, the ownership of Government of India is more than 51%. Under those circumstances, government acts as the businessman, and they are called public sector enterprises, where the ownership of government is 51% or more. Look into the next question. You have a house over which valid claim of some financial institution can exist. I would like to tell you 2 points. You have a house. You have not mortgaged that house to any bank. Nobody has got a claim over that property. That is unencumbered property. You have a house. You have not mortgaged. You have not taken any loan against that house. That house is your house, owned by you, right is yours, that is unencumbered property. Unencumbered property. But you have a house. You have taken loan from bank by giving it as collateral security. By mortgaging that house, you have taken loan. Then that house is encumbered property. That means the right over that house rests with somebody. That is encumbered property. You have not taken any loan. That property is absolutely yours. That is unencumbered property. But you have taken some loan. You have given right to somebody else. Then it becomes encumbered property from your point of view. Right friends, look into the next question. The companies whose equity shares are considered to be extremely safe. The companies which have stable earnings, not many liabilities. They have stable earnings. In spite of the economic downturn, they maintain their supremacy. They maintain their balance sheets in a nice way. They get profits. These type of companies are called blue chip companies, please don't forget. Blue chip companies are the companies which maintain profits in spite of difficult circumstances. They are called blue chip companies. Look into the next one. OECD countries, C stands for OECD is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. OECD is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. At present it has got 34 members. Headquarters is Paris in France, started in the year 1961. And here C stands for cooperation. OECD is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, and it is government to government interaction. 34 governments are the members of OECD. Please look into the next question. Illegal copying of the information from the magnetic strip of the debit card. When you are inserting your debit card to withdraw money, that information can be copied. Copying that information is called skimming. When you are inserting your debit card to withdraw money, if that information is copied, that is known as skimming. Several frauds take place with not only skimming but also phishing. You will get a mail. You have got a lottery of 10 crore rupees. Please send your email. Please send your password. Please send your username. Such type of things are common. That is known as phishing. But if someone copies your information of your debit card, that is known as the skimming. Right? Different types of frauds are taking place in the banking system. Please beware about those frauds. Foreign students can open bank accounts, but they should furnish proof of local address within 1 month as per RBI instructions. Foreign students who are coming to India for educational purpose should be allowed to open bank accounts, but they should furnish proof of local address within 1 month. The answer here is 1 month. Look at the next question. Periodic upgradation of KYC. KYC is know your customer. When you are opening the bank account, bank will look into your KYC. That means they will look at your ID proof as well as address proof. But subsequently also, it is to be periodically verified. There are 3 types of customers: low risk customer, medium risk customer, high risk customer. Low risk, medium risk, high risk. How the bifurcation is made? Bifurcation is made based on anti-money laundering. Based on Money Laundering Act, bifurcation is made. For low risk customers, KYC periodic verification is 10 years. For medium risk customers, it is 8 years. For high risk customers, it is 2 years. Please don't forget. 10 years for low risk, 8 years for medium risk, 2 years for high risk. This classification of low risk, medium risk and high risk is made as per anti-money laundering. Right friends, look at the last question of this question and answer session. Which of the following is not considered as officially valid document for KYC? KYC, know your customer, mandatory, and government designated various types of documents for KYC. That is the passport. Passport is officially valid document. Driving license, voter ID card, Mahatma Gandhi Narega card signed by state government official. These are all eligible for officially valid documents, and the given 4 types of officially valid documents are eligible for KYC. So, the answer here is none. Right friends, with this let us conclude our question and answer session 3rd module. Please do join for 4th module. Have a nice day. Thank you.